Beaver fans, and welcome back to Meet the Beavers, episode 13, if I'm not mistaken. I'm your host, Cole Clementich, and we'd like to welcome you guys back into the place where all the magic happens. We're producing inside the Sports Information Office, and we had a lot of great sporting events, a lot of Beaver sports happening on campus this past weekend. Beaver basketball getting a few wins. We also have Minot State softball starting up this weekend, a brand new season for them. Wishing them all the best of luck as they get things started in the bubble. But we're back and we're ready to bring you guys our next guest of the series. Once a Bismarck State Mystic and making the track up to Highway 83, and now a Minot State Beaver. Joining us is Sydney Gustavsson from the women's basketball team. Sydney, thanks for being on the show today.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So, I forgot to mention this last week with our previous guest. As we're starting to get back into the flow of things of the new semester, how was your Christmas break? What did you get to do down there?
Yes, so I actually got to go down to San Diego, California, visit some family down there. Nice weather, lots of sun.
Nice weather, yeah.
Did the San Diego Zoo. Also, my uncle was part of the San Diego football team, the Aztecs, so great facilities down there. In the basketball arena is pretty amazing. They have a good men's team, but fortunately no games were being played, so didn't get to see any of that. But just spent time with my family.
How was the view of that arena? It certainly had to be this whole grand view, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's a big arena. I mean, D1, special, but it's definitely a great atmosphere to play in.
Well, with that being said, it's certainly to catch up with family and, seeing them, getting a break from school from time to time, and a little bit, from basketball, which we'll get into later on here. But, I mentioned pre-show, we had you on the Inside the Dam podcast last year. This is kind of a little bit of an extension on that, and we talked some of the studies that you were in, nursing, certainly. As you got back, you welcomed 2025 with a bang. Tell us about the white coat ceremony in the nursing program.
Yeah, you get accepted into the nursing program and get your white coat. So just a little initiation we had there. Got lots of other teammates in the nursing program. So coaches and teammates came and supported me through it all. So it was a great time.
I saw it on Facebook. I was intrigued by it. It's cool to see. It feels like an accomplishment there, and to have your teammates, like you mentioned, have your teammates and coaches there with you. What did it mean for you?
Yeah, the support's amazing. I mean, definitely a big jump for me. Just the nursing program. It's a hard program, but just the support there to get me through it all and to have it for the next 5 semesters, it's a great feeling.
And tell us, for those who don't know or who are not a part of the program, tell us what the white coat ceremony is about.
Yeah, I think it's just a little initiation into the nursing program. So just having professors there and what nursing's all about pretty much, and to get you set sailed for a whole school year of it. So
tell us, obviously with the white coat ceremony, obviously with classes and all, what's kind of the next step in the process for you? Yeah, there's 5 semesters in this program, so just taking it semester by semester. Right now I'm taking it week by week. I mean, every week is filled with a bunch, but just getting through it. I mean, you meet lots of friends in your S1s in your cohort, so other girls going through the same thing with sports and everything. So you become kind of close, and you're going through the same thing. So. Yeah, and you kind of mentioned it there. You were in there with a few other student athletes. How cool was it to share that experience with them? Yeah, it's great. I think the nursing program in general is a challenging program, so having other student athletes go through it with you is kind of relieving. Just, you're going through the same thing together. Yep, relatable for sure. And, talk about, obviously, seeing the doctors and nurses do what they do today. What are some of your favorite classes that you take, and, what are some interesting things that you get to learn that maybe those out in the real world do? Yeah, this week we're, learning the simple vital signs and blood pressure. But I also love about nursing is there's just so many branches that you can go out. Right now I really have no idea what I want to pursue after this program, but I think having the opportunity to have so many options is definitely what drove me to do nursing. We'll get into some basketball talk here in a second, But, for this nursing program, where do you hope to take this down the line in a future career?
Yeah, we'll probably stay in North Dakota for a little bit with my family, but like I said, there's just so many aspects to it that I'm intrigued to figure out my choice and what I do good in and what I don't do good in, but just the opportunity to explore that is taking me down the road.
We're going to head on over to the hardwood now. It's kind of starting off rough here. The team has been bruised and battered up with injuries. How have you guys been able to respond to that adversity, and how do you guys bring a positive outlook and lighten up the locker room a little bit?
Yeah, we've definitely. We're down 2 starters. We've been down 3. Been lots of injuries, but we take it day by day. Our coaches prepare us every single day, every single game. They definitely bring a lot of energy. We take it on ourselves too to bring a lot of energy to practice in the locker room. It's a great support system through it all. We support them through their injuries, and when we're on the court, they're supporting us all the time as well. So.
Obviously, without giving a report card, are the ladies, are they holding up well, despite that, they're facing these struggles?
Yeah, it's definitely nobody wants to be hurt. Everyone wants to be on the court playing, but when these things do happen, we're a great support system. We definitely lean on each other. Our coaching staff is one of the best support systems we have. Anything you need, they're there for you. So, when we're on the court, they're hyping us up on the bench, and in practice, they're always engaged and everything. So, just keeping it all going throughout the games and in practice, I think really helps.
And extending on the team a little bit, you started your Beaver career here with Coach Brandt, and now insert Coach Ryan Clark. A coaching change can be a pretty big adjustment. What was it like for you to see that play out?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think I could have asked for any better. Coach Clark, he's amazing. He supports you in every way. He wants to see you get better and to improve. Being a senior, it can be definitely overlooked with the new coaching change, I think. But he came in here and he's like, he wanted to win this year. He wants to start right away off the bat, and he pushes you to be your best. So really couldn't have asked for a better support system throughout the whole coaching staff as well.
Oh, that is good. And since last time we talked on the Inside the Dam podcast, there have been so many more North Dakota connections added to this team. Does that help you in any sense, or does it help kind of the non-North Dakotan players on the roster?
Yeah.
How do you see it?
Yeah. Bringing in 2 Australians that are freshmen right now, they live in Australia and they didn't even know each other. So I think them coming in and now they're best friends, they can't go a day without seeing each other. So I think having that aspect of, Coach Clark's connections are really cool, and then we get to bond with them as well throughout the whole season. With all the North Dakota girls, who doesn't love having a university filled with homegrown talent? So it's super cool to see that happen, and then I think that brings in a lot of fans as well, a lot of supports too. So it's great for the women's basketball team.
Oh, that's good. And a couple final notes here before we send you off, Sydney, for your listed senior year in basketball. Any final goals that you have in mind, and what does a strong finish look like for you?
Yeah, definitely. We want to play at the Pentagon. We want to get to that last week and keep winning, so we don't have to have an end of the season. Yeah, senior year, I couldn't have asked for anything better in my basketball career. So. We'll probably be looking at a playoff game here, and we definitely can achieve that home playoff game. I'm not sure if that's ever been done in women's basketball here, so definitely a home playoff game would be amazing. And then, to get to that Pentagon and get to keep winning, so definitely what's in store.
Yeah, wishing you all the best of luck, all you guys, in that venture. And one last thing here, Sydney. Before I mention, we would like to remind you guys we will not be on next week because of the annual MSU Beaver dance battle. So Sydney, without giving up any secrets, how do you guys think you're going to do in that?
Yeah, we took 3rd last year. We were the top women's team, so I would look out for us again.
All right, I'm not going to play any favorites, but I'll say this, good luck in that as well, and may the best team win. So. But no, Sydney, any final thoughts, any final messages you want to relay to the people watching from home?
Yeah, just want to say thanks for all the support. We definitely feel it this year, and keep coming out to our games.
You said it. She said it there, folks, and you heard her. Beaver basketball. They're actually back this Saturday hosting Northern State. We're going to go dancing with the Wolves. The men tip off at 3:30. You can watch Sydney and the other Lady Beavers at 5:30 this Saturday, February 1st at the MSU Dome. Well, Sydney, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yeah, there you have it, folks. You just heard senior Sydney Gustavsson from the women's basketball team. And that's going to put a wrap on today's edition of Meet the Beavers, episode 13. I want to thank you all for listening, for tuning in once again. And another reminder, we will not be on next week because of the Beaver Dance Battle. We also have some more sports happening during the week, so the schedule's going to get pretty tight. So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks' time. Until then, I'm your host, Cole Clementich, signing off, wishing you all a good rest of your night and week.